Welcome back to Sakima's Ridge Homestead. Here it is June 1st and we're just getting started on our garden. I know we've got friends down south that are already harvesting their stuff, but we haven't even got started. It's been so wet. So let me show you what we're going to do today. Hello and welcome to our channel. We're glad you're here. Okay, to start off, I brought the tiller out on the tractor and re-tilled everything. Should have taken a quick video before I tilled, but for a quick example, that's what it looked like. It was pretty green out there. So we had to re-till all this to get the grass down. We've already got the raised beds in place and full of dirt. These appear to be old shipping boxes that we bought. They fold up flat, but they make a nice size little raised bed. Nothing's planted in those yet. We've got, I believe, eggplant in this one and tomatoes in that one. And then we're kind of using some of these other ones over here as temporary greenhouses. Pretty sure these are all the pumpkin plants. They're doing real well. Got a bunch of starts over here that really haven't done much yet. And a little bit in this one here that we'll be planting soon. But the project for today, before we can actually do anything, as you can see, all the dogs are out here in the garden area. And good example, he's over there digging.
Digging a hole.
We can't have the dogs out here because they're going to ruin the garden. So what we're going to do today, you see over there in the distance, we've got a bunch of picket fence pieces. What we've done is taken regular 6x8 picket fence and cut it in half. So we've got like almost a little over 3-foot pieces, 8 foot long. We are going to start here in the front of the garden and remove this old split rail fence that runs along here. And you can't see it because of the overgrowth, but if you follow straight along this tree line past the dish, there's a fence post right in the corner that comes off our neighbor's fence that runs right along here. We're going to come off of that corner post, come straight across the yard here, and come over to where this post is at for the pasture, and come out like 4 or 5 feet so that we're a straight line the whole way across here. And we're going to start putting that fence the whole way around the garden. So we'll kind of show you that as we go. Okay, what we're doing, Paula's going along with the drill driver and removing the screws out of the little cross braces. And I hook the chains up with the bucket and pull the posts out of the ground. Doesn't get much easier than that. Well, the old fence is all out. We do have a plant here we need to save. And a plant here we need to save, but I can get the zero turn out now and knock down all these high weeds, trying to get back in here and clean this up a little bit. It's a 6-foot deck, so it's kind of hard to get in tight places, but we'll do the best we can to get as much of this growth out of here so we can see what we're doing, and then we'll start putting our fence posts in. Okay, that's a little bit better. That big pile there has got some big rocks in it. We're going to have to get out later. It's not in our way right now. We do need to still get this rock here in the corner out because that's in line with where the fence has to be. And I couldn't quite get the mower in deep enough to get all the way back here in the corner. But it's better than it was. We've got room to work, so we'll start digging our fence post holes out along this line once we move that rock, and we'll end out here in this corner. Yes, I was sorely warned not to turn that hibiscus into a low biscus while I was mowing.
Okay, these are the Millers, Mariah and Jake. They're always over here helping us do something.
No. Yep.
This is our free labor. They're helping us put this fence in. Got these all loaded in the trailer.
We also donated the fence panels.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the fence panels came from Mariah and Jake.
This will be the 5th time I've moved these panels, but I mean, we love you.
Yeah. So.
We love it.
I know.
Anything help.
So, we will come back later on when we've got some kind of improvement over here. It just looks like barren desert land at the moment. Well, we got a little busy and kind of forgot to keep filming. We've
got all the post holes dug. Had to trim a few of them. They didn't come out quite where we needed them to. But we've got this section of fence up. We've got an opening here for a walk-in gate. We left this post tall in case we need to brace down to the gate. Got a section of fence here. Got an open section there for a drive-in gate. We also left the tall pole in case we have to brace. And we've got the corner done. We went ahead while we were at it and straightened these two poles and fixed the gate over here on the pasture. Mercury, when they're over here and they kind of get this eaten down and are ready to go back to the other side, Mercury will push against this gate and bend it. So it was bent pretty good, and these two poles were leaning pretty bad. So we got those straightened up and got rocks and stuff beat into the bottom of them to help hold them up straight. So now we need to run the fence down this side, down that side, and across the back. And once this is all sealed up and these gates are on and the dogs can't get in there anymore, then we can get busy planting. I got the weed whacker out and cut along the fence so we could get the fence in. We took a quick break for dinner last night, and while we were in there eating dinner, it got darker and darker and darker out. And as you can kind of see by the edge of that fence post, it rained. So the main reason that we are so far behind the curve on the garden this year, which being rain, we've gotten a couple inches of rain yesterday evening and last night. So we're back at it this morning. We're going to start here in the corner and start running more fence this way, and then run more fence that way until we're out of the top sections with the dog ears on them, and then we will move the bottom sections that are cut off flat and do around the back. Well, so far we've got the fence across the back. That opening, we're going to put a gate in there. Got part of this side done. Sorry about the wind, I'm sure that's annoying. And we started up in this front corner, and we're working our way this way. We want to meet in the middle so we know how many more panels we need to complete this side. So once we get this side done, we'll know how many panels we need. We'll get the other ones cut, and we'll get this side up.
Okay, it's the following day. It got too dark on us last night and we had to stop. So today it's just myself and Mariah and Kendall and just us girls, and we finished off the side pieces on the garden. We got the back done yesterday. We've got to cut those posts off yet. I still have to put the gates up. We're putting a full gate up front here for the tractor, a full gate in the back for the lawnmower, and then a walk-through gate just down there in the front. And then this garden will be done and I can finally start planting something. My pumpkins over there in that makeshift raised bed there, greenhouse thing, they're pushing 5 leaves now, so they're wanting to get in the ground. So we will keep you posted. Okay, it's late in the day. I don't even know what time it is. Mariah came over and Jake came over after work. There's Kendallin with her camera filming me. And we did get the gates in today. So finally the garden is completely enclosed. Now I did get the latch on this one up front here, but I still have to put a latch on the walk-through gate and a latch on the one back there. But hopefully tomorrow I can start planting in the garden and get that stuff out of the pots and in the dirt.
Okay, I'm not exactly sure where Paula left off when she was filming the other day, but the gates are done. We've got the latches on all 3. We've added a cable with a turnbuckle on it to help keep it leveled up on all 3 gates. Both of these front gates have that external latch, and the rear gate's got an internal latch. I'll show you that in a minute. On this side where the T-posts are at, what we ended up doing was using a piece of electrical conduit strap, just going around the back of the T-post and screwing it on there. We have started planting. As you can see, we've got rows cut where that white pipe is laying. That corner back there is already planted with corn. These rows aren't planted yet. We just ran the tractor with the middle buster through here, basically just to mark some straight rows for Paula to plant in. These first 2 rows, here and here, are already planted with potatoes. So we're making some good planting progress. She'll probably be out here today, depending on the weather. It is supposed to rain again. Now on this side, because the neighbor's fence has got like an 18-foot span, we are pretty floppy here in the middle. So we're gonna, if I shake this here, you can see it wobbles the whole way down. We're gonna probably add a T-post in the middle of each of these just to help shore that up a little bit. And then all the way back here on the rear gate, we use this kind of latch instead of the external latch. We wouldn't even have put a gate back here except for our shooting range. Temporary is right here now. Eventually we're going to cut all these trees out and make a shooting lane down over that hill. So we'll need a way to get back there. And when I try and mow back here, it is so muddy. Like right behind the horses over here in the pasture, I can't even get the zero turn back in here. So we had to put a wider gate than we were planning, just so I can get the zero turn back in here and mow, because it is just so wet and soft over there this year. It's ridiculous. But that's where we're at in the garden right now. We'll update some more when Paula gets some more planted. I know she's going to do a lot of pumpkins there through the middle. We've got to put some fence up for the peas and the loofah to climb on. Like I said, she's more in tune with what needs planted than I am. I just know we've got tomatoes there and eggplant there. Over here's all our pumpkins starts. You can see they've really, I can lift one of these panels without breaking it. Our pumpkins have really taken off. So they need to get in the ground quickly. And over here, I'm not sure what all she has planted for starts here, but those have taken off good. See some more green down in this one. And we've got something over here under these totes. A little bit started there. So that's where we're at in the garden. Like I said, she'll try and get some of this stuff in the ground today, provided it doesn't get rained out. And sorry we didn't film that last night, but we were busting it so hard to try and get stuff done that we just didn't have the time to worry about filming it, unfortunately. But the fence is all up, and of course, I think we mentioned before, the main reason to putting this fence up, one was to keep groundhogs out and to keep Sakima and the other dogs out. And late last night, she looked out here and Sakima was in here. So he's able to just jump right over top of this fence like it's not even there. So we may have to put a hot wire right across the top of the fence so he can't jump over it. Or if he does try and jump over it, he'll get a unwelcome surprise. And we'll just have to go from there. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments about the garden and how we did things and why we did things and what's coming up, please put them down below. Please subscribe and give us a thumbs up. You have a wonderful day.